So we come in here. I have my set of guidelines. I'm not gonna take on any more than 10 trades in any day. We can see these vertical blue dotted lines right here. These indicate days. So that was Thursday. Well, this was Wednesday. This was Thursday. This was Friday. All of this is indicated down here at the very bottom, where my mouse is. It shows what day it is. We can see that that was Thursday on this side. That was Wednesday. So we're in Monday. We've started a new week. Uh, the market opens at 9:30. So this is our first 15-minute candle. And what I see is there's a gap here. Remember, we looked at the overall market and it was going up. So since there was a gap and it was down, I believe that since in the beginning of the market, when the market opens, that's generally when we see some of the biggest moves at the beginning or the end of the market. So I believe this is at least going to go up here in this range here. So I'm going to just mark this. Yeah. Right here, take profit. I'm going to go ahead, and I don't have very long to trade. I'm generally done with the market before 11. So I'm going to take this on as though this were me in real time. And I'm going to go ahead and use my 10 trades that I'm willing to take for the day, just on this one particular trade, because like I said, by 11 o'clock, by the time we get here, I'm generally done. I have other things to do, and you're going to, like I said, come up with some rules or parameters for yourself so that you have some structure in your trading journey. So we're gonna go ahead and see how this turns out. Okay. All right. So we started going down first. Thankfully, it went ahead and came right back up. We did, if we look here closely, we zoom in, we can see that this little line here, I don't know if you can really see that. The same way we call them wicks. To be extremely technical, wicks are at the top, tails are at the bottom, but we're just going to use the term wick unanimously, regardless of whether it's on the top or the bottom. Just know that we're referring to the lines on the top or bottom. So if I say wick on the top, wick on the bottom, we're referring to those lines. So this wick here at the top, we can see that it hit my level. And since it hit my level, I'm going to take my profit. Let's see, I want to sell. I had 10. I'm gonna sell all of them except for 2. I'm gonna zoom back out. The next level we could go to is right here. I'm gonna mark that. This would be my next take profit area if it continues to go. However, another important thing that I want to bring up in trading is that we generally want to know what our ATR, it's called ATR. We want to know for the particular stock that we're playing, how much it plans on moving, how much it moves on an average day. So for NVIDIA, I'm just going to switch to that really quickly. I don't have any indicators up here, so I'm going to turn one on. I have it here in my favorites, but if you don't have it, you just type in average true. There it is. It shows up. I'm not going to pick the one in my favorites. It's a technical indicator, average true range. And now I have this indicator that pops up here at the bottom of my chart. Now, it is not useful on this particular time frame. I want to know what happens on a daily, what it moves on average for the day. So I can see that we're actually inside this candle. That's interesting to know. That might be something I take note of. I'm actually going to go ahead and do that now. I like this information. Okay. And I'm going to mark it down here too. There's also a little gap here. Okay. So this little 1D, that's a little note to myself that this is a daily area. But I did digress. Forgive me. I do want to stay on schedule. We're only on Monday, and we're already halfway through this call, so I definitely need to put a little bit more pep into getting this going. I also see this E here. That let us know that we had earnings. That's another thing to take in consideration. So we had earnings coming up. Is that Wednesday? We got earnings coming up Wednesday in this particular stock that we're looking at. So that's going to be something to pay attention to too, because depending on how the stock performs, depending on what their earnings report is, the stock is either going to go up or it's going to go down. In general, I mean, sometimes it can stay flat, but based on what news articles and things are out at that time, whatever the hot topic is, whatever's in the news, whatever's been trending. Like I know AI is a real hot topic these days, and NVIDIA is like on the forefront of you know, that type of technology with the semiconductors and chips and things like that. So uh, depending on, we don't want to have a bias, even though this could be the future, which means it could go like way up. Uh, Investors, which is who controls whether the markets are going to go up and down, those big money institutions, banks, hedge funds, things of that nature, they could, just because they can, decide that they want to take their money out of that particular sector or that particular stock, and they want to put it into something else. They might decide to put it into Apple. They might decide to put it into Tesla. You know, it's beyond me to know, but for all I know, they might decide to throw it in financials. So we don't know. We just want to be prepared in the event of whatever they do. So I digress. I wanted to get back to this ATR. The reason I switched over to this daily time frame is because I wanted to go back to Friday. As we can see, indicated at the bottom, Friday. When I pull my little cursor up to the red line on Friday, approximately $9. If we go over to the right, this stock moves on average approximately $9. So let's go back to my 15-minute, and I'm just going to do some quick math here. I'm just going to draw some lines. This is minor. It's not really anything. Okay, my question marks just indicate it's not really. I just want to do some quick calculations here. If we seen that this stock moves on average of $9 a day, let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we're at about 7 now. We're really close to that ATR. So we could go a couple more dollars. We could come up here to 14. So I've already taken off most of my positions. I do have 2 of them left. And remember, we have to move this decimal place over 2 spots in the options world. So I've already made 2,800 bucks for today. And if I decide to stay in this trade, if this goes right now, if I was to take my last 2 trades, this could be an additional 700 on top of the 2,800 that I've already made for the day. So I'm happy that I'm in profit. I'm just going to sit in this trade a little bit here. I know where I want to take profit. I want to also go ahead and note, well, that was where I got in. I also want this to be my stop loss. So if price comes back down here, this is essentially where I got in at. So it would be almost a break even. If it comes back down here, it would be a break even. In the options world, I'd actually probably end up losing money because of theta, which is time. But we'll get into that another day. I'm struggling for time here. So let's continue on. Let me move my meeting controls out the way so I can see. Don't really know where to put them. Okay. All right, so let's continue on. Let's see if we make it to our next take profit area. We got some nice momentum here. Okay. We pushed up. I mean, we came down as low as here. We haven't quite hit my stop. However, I do want to pay attention now because we're not just continuing to push up. So I might be looking to get out of this trade. Let's see, we're at 10 o'clock. So for myself, 11, I'm generally done. Let's see what happens. Okay, nice. So I can see by this wick here that we did come up and hit that level. I'm gonna go ahead and take another one off. All right, you can see down here now I only have one. You can see my profit for the day. I'm now at roughly 3,200. We did close higher. Let's continue on to see what the day brings. Let's see if we push up. If we push up some more, I think we're at our ATR now though. 6. Let's let me move this. So yeah, we're close to that $9 range. And if we remember when I flipped back and showed that, that's what it moves on average. So it can go beyond that. My next level I would have been aiming for would have been here. Would have been here, but since it's already done what it does on average, which is that $9 is pretty close to it. I'm gonna go ahead and take that other trade off also. And I just finished my day out with 3,700.